Remembering a hit-and-run victim. Tonight on NewsLink Indiana, an emotional evening as the community mourns, why the family demands justice tonight.
And we're learning more tonight about a Muncie factory planning to close its doors. How many workers may be impacted just ahead.
We definitely have felt these fall temperatures come into the area, and I'll have more in my full forecast later on.
From the heart of Ball State University, live from the Unified Media Newsroom, NewsLink Indiana starts right now.
And good evening, everyone. Thank you for being here with us tonight. I'm Tyler Brummett.
And I'm Zoe DeWiggins. A vigil is held for a hit-and-run victim right here in Muncie. 27-year-old Joe Miner Jr. was struck and killed on the 100 block of South Morrison Road last week.
Yeah, NewsLink Indiana's Tanner Holbrook is live at Westside Park where the vigil was held tonight. Tanner, good evening.
Zoe and Tyler, good evening. If you can imagine with me, dozens of family, friends, and even community members gathered right here where I'm standing, all to mourn the loss of Joe Miner Jr. It was a night of laughter, a night of stories, and a lot of tears happened here. People described him as a kind soul, and now the family just wants justice.
I just want to know why you would leave somebody just lay there with brain damage and choking on blood. Leave him to die with no regard to human life.
And guys, there was a surveillance camera at a nearby residence where the incident took place. They captured the vehicle and the exact time that that vehicle struck Miner in that area. And they do say that that is an SUV that they're looking for, and that's all about police know right now. Now the Miner family just has to sit and wait for someone to come forward to get that closure that they need. For now, live at Westside Park, Tanner Holbrook, NewsLink Indiana.
Tanner, thank you. Please continue to search for the driver of the car that killed Miner. Anyone with information on the accident is asked to call the Muncie Police Department. The number there is 765-747-4867.
Police say a 3-year-old boy accidentally shot and wounded his 2-year-old brother Monday morning at their Marion home. State police and the Grant County Sheriff's Office say the 2-year-old was shot in the shoulder and the bullet was lodged in a wall. The boy was taken to Riley Hospital for Children in Indianapolis. No word on his condition tonight. Police are trying to figure out how the brother got a hold of the gun. The parents are cooperating and the Indiana Department of Child Services has been notified. A former Grant County Sheriff's Lieutenant is facing charges tonight after he took prescription medication from an evidence property room. Shelby Taylor is charged with official misconduct, theft, and possession of a controlled substance. Taylor removed medicine from the evidence room and completed paperwork saying the medicine had been destroyed or submitted for testing. State police say Taylor stole medicine dating back to 2015. Taylor has since resigned his post with the department.
And a week after its headquarters announced its shutdown, Ball State's Theta Chi house is looking a bit different. Take a look at this here. Earlier today, crews arrived at the building that was the former house for the fraternity. Crews took down the letters on their house and boarded up windows and doors. Now, you may remember last week when it was announced that Theta Chi was being shut down on Ball State's campus. This comes after reports of multiple policy violations from the fraternity. It's unclear tonight what the future holds for that building.
More than 100 factory workers will be out of jobs by the end of the year.
Yeah, that's right. J.D. Norman Industries says the shutdown will impact 130 workers. The company, however, did not give a reason for the closure. J.D. Norman bought the factory in 2016 when it purchased Muncie-based Hinman Engineering and Machine. The company produces precision machine components. The factory is expected to be closed by December. We will continue to follow this story and update it as those updates do become available. And also tonight, 6 days after Hurricane Michael devastated parts of the southern United States, the death toll is rising, Zoe.
That's right. Officials say the storm has killed 29 people across 4 southern states. The death toll soared Tuesday with a dozen new victims. The storm killed 6 in Virginia, 3 in North Carolina, and 1 in Georgia. Vice President and Second Lady Karen Pence visited parts of the devastation today.
In the wake of Hurricane Michael, we are with you. And we will stay with you until we rebuild and recover better than ever before.
While most of the hardest hit areas lie in ruins, residents still have not seen what is left of homes. Residents continue to wait for authorities to secure the area and complete search and rescue efforts. You know, we are not really dealing with the aftermath of that wet weather. It's been pretty dry here, but a little cold.
Yeah, it's definitely been cold. Honestly, I feel like we kind of just skipped over fall a little bit. Hopefully,
agree.
though, we can get some fall temperatures on the way. Morgan Strackbein, what do you have for us tonight?
Yes, we definitely have been feeling these cooler conditions in the area. Right now, we are definitely cool. 44 in Indianapolis and 45 down in Terre Haute. But here, we are definitely feeling just a little bit warmer, 49 with that southwest wind at 8 miles per hour, keeping things relatively comfortable. But I will have the rest of your week, especially your homecoming week, coming up later in my full forecast. Back to you guys.
All right, well, thank you, Morgan. President Trump took to Twitter today to express his thoughts about Stormy Daniels and Democratic Senator Elizabeth Warren. And his comments are once again sparking backlash and raising eyebrows. Jeff Zeleny has the story.
Famous for his insulting nicknames, President Trump coined a new one today after a defamation suit filed against him by porn star Stormy Daniels was dismissed. Now I can go after Horseface and her third-rate lawyer, the president said on Twitter. She knows nothing about me, a total con. Never mind, the president's longtime lawyer, Michael Cohen, has pleaded guilty to tax fraud and violating campaign finance laws for arranging a six-figure settlement to keep her and another woman quiet during the final days of the 2016 campaign.
I was bullied.
Daniels, whose real name is Stephanie Clifford and says she had an affair with the president, fired back. In addition to his, shortcomings, he has demonstrated his incompetence, hatred of women, and lack of self-control on Twitter again, she tweeted. She went on to call him tiny. Her lawyer, Michael Avenatti, added, "You're a disgusting misogynist and an embarrassment to the United States."
Pocahontas.
It's only the latest example of the president aggressively and personally attacking women. Today's list once again includes Senator Elizabeth Warren. Pocahontas, the bad version, sometimes referred to as Elizabeth Warren, is getting slammed, the president wrote today, in the first of 3 tweets at the Massachusetts Democrat, who hopes to unseat him in 20. Warren's video that she released Monday trying to prove her Native American heritage.
They would call us every ugly name in the book.
After making a pledge earlier this year,
I will give you $1 million to your favorite charity, paid for by Trump, if you take the test and it shows you're an Indian.
The president now saying he won't contribute a dime.
Where I was going to have her tested, I'll only do it if I can test her personally. Okay, that will not be something I enjoy doing either.
That drawing a sharp response from Warren, calling his comment a creepy physical threat. She added, "He's trying to do what he always does to women who scare him. Call us names, attack us personally, shrink us down to feel better about himself. It may soothe his ego, but it won't work."
And again, that was Jeff Zeleny reporting.
More than 200 children separated from their undocumented immigrant parents still remain in U.S. custody. A new federal court filing released the information Monday in a class action case over family separations. Most of the children are of parents who were removed from the country, and many of the parents said that they don't want their children to return to their native countries. Despite the high number of children still in federal custody, the government has reunited over 2,000 children with their parents since June. And also, President Trump is still in the first half of his term, as we all know, but has already raised more than $100 million for his 2020 campaign. That's according to his campaign and federal elections documents released yesterday. Officials say 98% of the money raised came in small donations of less than $200. Trump launched his re-election campaign the day he was inaugurated, which is very unusual for a president. The money he has raised so far puts him ahead of a lengthy list of potential Democratic challengers in 2020.
You could see some extra cash in your pocket. That is if you buy a lottery ticket. How much you could win tonight with the massive Mega Millions jackpot.
And Zoe, the federal government may need some of those winning numbers to pay off some debt. A breakdown of how much the government now owes, that and more on the way next.
No more, he didn't mean it.
No more, she seems fine to me.
No more, not my problem.
No more, she was drunk.
No more, he was drunk.
No more, she was asking for it.
No more, he didn't mean it.
No more, why didn't she tell anyone?
No more, we don't talk about that.
No more bystanding.
No more ignorance.
No more excuses.
No more.
So, I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
After retiring from the NFL, I've been able to spend a lot more time coaching my daughter's basketball teams. It's something I love to do. Through our games and our tournaments, we see all types of coaching, good and bad. And it begs the question, do we really know who's coaching our kids? Do they have the proper training and screening it would take for me to be comfortable with my daughters playing for that coach? Our Youth Basketball Association made the decision to use trusted coaches to screen and train all of our coaches. I'm a trusted coach. Are you?
Welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. A new steakhouse is coming to downtown Muncie.
Yeah, this is cool here. Ron Lahody, the owner of Lahody Meats, will be opening a new steakhouse in November. The name of the steakhouse will be Ron Lahody's Trust Your Butcher's Steakhouse. The restaurant will offer a variety of meats from Lahody's Butchering Company, as well as a variety of alcoholic beverages. Lahody says that he feels that he can succeed in the competitive restaurant industry.
People are all saying, oh, you know, restaurants all fail within the first year. Well, I got news for you. I'm going to be here, so I won't let it fail. If something's wrong, I'll change it immediately.
And for more information on the new steakhouse, go to our website, ballstatedaily.com. And now, Zoe, this is some really cool stuff here. If you're looking for something to do this weekend, the Pennville Annual Pumpkin Festival makes its debut once again.
Yeah, Tyler, after last season's hiatus, the festival is back with hay rides, hog roasts, and much more. Surrounding communities are brought together for this event to celebrate fall festivities. Board member Paula Luna says the festival is all about bringing communities together.
The festival really is about just community, having a good time, family fun, being able to enjoy the season, spending time with each other, community support. It's just a time to have fun.
The festival will take place this Saturday from noon to 8:30. You can stay up to date by taking a look at their website. Visit indiana.com/events.
And also, if you haven't purchased a lottery ticket in a while or ever, like me, you might want to change your mind soon. Tonight's drawing is the second largest in Mega Millions history at an incredible $654 million, also making it the fourth largest jackpot in U.S. history. The largest jackpot was $656 million, shared by winners from Kansas, Illinois, and Maryland back in 2012. If you want a chance to get a share of that jackpot, get your tickets fast. The drawing is tonight at 11.
The government's credit card bill is rising. Figures from the 2018 fiscal year are out, and the U.S. deficit is up 17%. At $779 billion, the federal government's credit bill is at its highest since 2012. At that point, the country was still spending a lot to help the struggling economy recover. However, the newly released deficit is due in part to Social Security and interest on the federal debt. Spending also increased 3% due to a new defense budget passed in 2017. Experts warn that rising debt levels could bring the debt to $1 trillion as soon as next year. All right, Morgan, what do we have coming up in weather?
Tonight we're going to see temperatures not really drop low to like 32, what we saw yesterday, but there's the next 12 hours. Seems like 42 is going to be our low through the night, and I'll have that in our full forecast coming up.
For those who serve today, and those who served before them, for those whose sacrifice will never end, the Gary Sinise Foundation shows its gratitude through entertainment, outreach, and life-changing support. We can never give enough, but we can always give a little more. Find out how you can donate at GarySiniseFoundation.org.
Sometimes there's no do-over. Some things you can't rewind. That's when an extra safety step could mean the difference between a close call and a call to 911. Simple steps save lives. Learn more at poolsafely.gov.
Don't wait. Communicate. Make your emergency plan today.
Of all the things you've done with your bike, donating it to Goodwill may be the most incredible of all. Your donations help fund job placement and training for people in your community, which means your stuff can be more powerful than you think. Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs.
And welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. Now, ladies, the good news for us is that maybe we might have some fall-like temperatures on the way. I don't think we do, but I feel like that we've kind of went straight from summer into winter.
We definitely made a big temperature jump. It was like overnight, it dropped from like 90 to 40.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've kind of missed the fall weather, but hopefully you've got maybe some good news for us.
Oh yeah, definitely some fall temperatures coming up, and it's going to be the trend that we see later this week and continuing. But right now we're going to take a look at our state temperatures. 42 in Bloomington, 47 up in Kokomo, and 43 up in Fort Wayne. But here in Muncie, we're a little bit warmer than that. 49 here, southwest winds at 8 miles per hour, keeping things relatively up and warm tonight. Tonight, we're not going to be dropping down to 32 degrees like we did see last night at 9 p.m., 49 degrees, 47 by 11, and 1 a.m., 46 degrees. Now, going into tomorrow morning, we'll be feeling not as cold as it was this morning by 7, 8, and 9 a.m. That sun is going to be coming out early tomorrow morning, going to start heating things up for tomorrow, where our high is going to be 51 degrees, which is actually over 10 degrees under what the average is for this time of year. Plenty of sunshine. Those winds are going to be a little bit breezier, keeping things on the lower end. So remember your jackets tomorrow, definitely, because you're going to want them. Now for your homecoming weekend, that homecoming parade on Saturday morning at 9:30, you're going to be having a lot of sunshine for that. It's going to be a great morning for that. Temperature is going to be 49 degrees, so be prepared for that. Maybe bring your jackets and blankets to that parade. And then Ball State will kick off against Eastern Michigan at 3 p.m. Clouds will begin to move in just a little bit with our temperature at 55 degrees. Now for the rest of your 7 days, we have a beautiful fall-like forecast. Thursday, plenty of sunshine, 55. Friday, chance of rain with Friday. Slight scattered chance, 55 on Friday. Saturday, 56 degrees, breezy conditions. And Sunday, we're going to be kicking off the work week with a lot of sunshine in the forecast. So mid-50s, lots of sunshine, definitely some fall conditions this week. Yes.
All right, well, thank you, Morgan. We are looking forward to some nice weather for homecoming weekend.
Yes, me too.
All right, now, Blake, what is coming up in sports today?
Well, we're going to talk about the Ball State women's volleyball team, and they're on a 6-game win streak in the Mid-American Conference right now. Also, the Ball State Sports Department just announced their Hall of Fame inductees for the 2018-2019 school year. So we'll have that and more when we come back from the break.
Isn't this perfect?
It was my pleasure. May I?
Adam, I can't thank you enough for saving me from that sweepstakes scam. I could have lost everything.
It was a classic cat and mouse game. Remember, you never have to pay to play.
You're my hero.
Huh.
After all these years. What's the matter, Adam? Cat got your tongue?
Sure, I look cute now, but when my owner lost his job, it was rough. I was living on the street, and one night, me and this Cocker Spaniel got into it so bad, I wound up looking like an ice cream cone. I cried a little bit, but thankfully I got rescued, so I'm running, I'm jumping, all back to my old self. And I'm ready to give unconditional love, even if you put a lampshade on my head.
I'm a teacher. Let me tell you what I make. I make learning a privilege, not a chore, and frustration a tool, not an obstacle. I make working hard seem easy and giving up impossible. I make an old subject feel like a fresh thought and unconventional methods common. I'm a teacher. I make more.
Welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. I'm Blake Dahlier with sports. The Ball State women's volleyball team has been on a roll this month. Strong leadership and aggressive play have allowed the Cardinals to be successful in October, including 6 straight wins. NewsLink Indiana's Yash Padhi has more.
The Ball State women's volleyball team has been hot in the month of October, winning 6 straight matches and only giving up 1 set while doing so. Their last win came in the comforts of Worthen Arena against Kent State, a shutout 3-0 victory. Senior Ellie Dunn believes the success of the team is rooted in strong offensive play as well as being dominant on defense.
Definitely being aggressive on all fronts of it. We need our defense just as much as we need our front row attackers, so I think focusing on every little aspect that we can bring on the court is absolutely crucial to us going after every single point, one for one.
Head coach Kelly Miller believes that Dunn's transformation over the last year has allowed her to become more of a leader this season.
She really dedicated herself to be a complete 6-rotation player this summer and spring, and she just put so much work into her passing and defensive game, and that has allowed her to stay on the court all 6 rotations. That has allowed her to lead our team all the time. You know, when you're coming in and out and just playing in the front row, there's a lot that can happen in those other 3 rotations, and I think she's somebody that was just so focused on wanting to be that player that is going to make things happen, whether it's front row or back row.
That teamwork and leadership is what's allowed the Cardinals to be so successful and undefeated in the month of October. They'll now go on the road to face Miami and Bowling Green before coming home to the comforts of Worthen Arena on October 26th to face Northern Illinois. In Muncie, Yash Padhi, NewsLink, Indiana.
The Cardinals will play in Oxford against Miami on Friday night at 7. They'll play 5 of their last 8 games of the regular season on the road before heading into the MAC tournament on November 15th. As the women's volleyball team makes a push for the postseason, the men's volleyball schedule was released earlier today. Most notably, the Cardinals will face Ohio State, who was ranked 4th in the country last season and 1st in the MIVA. Lewis and Harvard are also featured on the 2018-2019 schedule. The Cardinals will open the season at home on January 4th at Worthen Arena, facing Princeton at 7 p.m. as they begin their run at the postseason. And today, the Ball State Athletic Hall of Fame announced that they will be inducting 6 members in February. The 2019 Hall of Fame class includes 5 individual athletes and 1 team. Inductees include Portia Green, Jeremy Hazelbaker, Lindsey Quay, Amber Williams, Don Purvis, and the 1978 football team. Green and Hazelbaker went on to pursue their professional careers in their respective sports. The 1978 football team was the first 10-win team in Ball State's history while leading the nation in defensive scoring. All the future inductees will be honored in February at the Ball State Alumni Center. The event includes a reception and dinner that is open to the public and costs $45 per person. Well, it's great to see all these athletes that have contributed to Ball State sports over the years really getting recognized for that. And it's none more deserving than these folks here.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm really excited to see some Ball State sports doing really well. Maybe, hopefully, it'll carry on over to the football team for homecoming this weekend.
Fingers crossed.
We sure hope so. We want to get that record above 500 and maybe even make a bowl game later this season. Who knows?
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Blake.
All right, up next, find out which emoji caused an uproar on social media.
And also, who was awarded a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame? Next in Trending.
Hey, did you know 2.4 million loving cats and dogs in shelters and rescues need our help to find a home? Let's go to the shelterpetproject.org and meet a few who are in a shelter near you. Harlow, oh, she's one great listener who loves to hear all your stories. My kind of cat. Cerulo is a sweet, goofy boy who's eager to please. Sounds just like another dog I know. So go to the shelterpetproject.org, search your local shelters and rescues, and go for a cuddle with your next best friend. Adopt.
Problems. The ones nobody talks about at cocktail parties. We go looking for them. No matter the obstacles, no matter the odds, we surround a community's most critical problems, and we fight. United Way fights for the health, education, and financial stability of every person in every community. Will you?
It doesn't take a scientist to cure hunger or a fancy economist to create safe housing. It takes imagination, creativity, sweat equity. And I think of kids going to school hungry. Hunger, homelessness. In this land of plenty, seriously? Come on, we could fix this. Help out, or don't. The choice is yours.
Here's your sandwich, miss.
Oh, thank you.
And your burger.
Awesome, thank you.
And your bowl of boiling water, sir.
And welcome back to NewsLink Indiana. Now, Zoe, it is time for what is not just the best segment here on NewsLink Indiana. I would say it's the best segment in all of television. Wouldn't you say so yourself?
Well, I am excited for it. We have What's Trending up next. Joining us now is NewsLink's Katie McLaughlin.
Yes, hello,
How are you?
guys.
Yeah, you're welcome, by the way.
Thank you. Well, I have some fun news for you guys tonight. So to all of you naysayers who never believed that social media could, have any good for the world, I am here to tell you that bagel fans have proven you wrong. When deciding to create and update emojis during the iOS 12.1 upgrade, Apple users were unpleasantly surprised. There was immediate backlash on social media when the bagel was flat, cake-like, and also without its signature mate, cream cheese. Apple listened to their customers and worked hard to create something that actually looked mouth-watering. Many took to Twitter to approve of the new and improved bagel emoji. And Apple emojis were not the only thing that got an update. There was a well-deserved addition to the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Today, the 68-year-old entrepreneur Richard Branson received this honor after years of dedication to his work. Branson is most known for the Virgin Group, which includes land, space, and everything in between. His passion for entertainment and adventure has kept his brand and ideas expanding. Branson shares his excitement by saying, "I still pinch myself every day. My life has been an absolute blast and continues to be."
This star is for all the Virgin family. The people who've worked for us over the last 50 years, the artists who created for us, and of course the people who bought, who played, and who loved our music. Thank you so much.
And can I just say, all around, Richard Branson, he's just a cool guy.
He is, and I love anytime they do any updates to the Hollywood Walk of Fame. I think it's just, just such an honor. So.
Yeah, it's so much fun. And back to this bagel emoji story.
Who cares?
No, that's so
Seriously.
important. I love it. I love that they've listened to their customers, they've listened to their users, and they're bettering it. I love it.
You know what? That's a great characteristic to have as a company.
Yeah.
So.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Katie.
Yes.
All right, and now let's take a final look at weather.
Yes, for the rest of your 7 days, we're going to be pretty quiet for Thursday and Wednesday, but on Friday, slight chance of rain. Saturday for your homecoming day festivities, partly cloudy skies, breezy, but a high of 56, so comfortable nonetheless. And sunny skies for the rest of that week. So pretty comfortable for the rest of the week.
All right, well, thank you so much, Morgan. That's all tonight for NewsLink Indiana. Be sure to join us tomorrow at noon on Facebook Live for the very latest.
And also for news anytime, anywhere, go to ballstatedaily.com. Thank you for being here with us tonight. Have a great night.